There was a time I went on a retreat with my daughter. I was at a time in my life that was a bit topsy-turvy, but I was curious as to why this retreat was so popular. It was a women's retreat held each year in northern Georgia. As we arrived, my curiosity rose a little more as God moments began to appear. First God moment took place at dinner. We sat down at a table, and soon thereafter, another mother-daughter couple sat down. As we introduced ourselves to one another, we discovered that they were there because of an invitation that my daughter put in one of her groups on Facebook. What were the chances that we would sit with these people? A God moment. God now had my attention, and I became more curious as to why I was there. At the time, I was not working in parish ministry, as I had retired from the parish. I took on new roles with unattainable expectations. As the retreat began, I listened with a curious but cautious heart. The next day began with Mass. As we entered the outdoor space, I sat in the back, far away from everyone. After all, I was being cautious and curiously listening as God continued to tap me on the shoulder. And then I heard something that I never heard anyone say before. And yes, God had my attention to be sure I didn't miss it. As the priest stood at the altar with outstretched arms, he said, "There is room at this table for all of you. Just open your heart with curiosity and love and listen to how God is calling you to share your gifts and talents." Oh yes, I heard him loud and clear. And as I turned to my daughter and said, "Do you think he's talking to me?" she immediately said yes. It was at that very moment that I felt the peace of Christ come over me. It is through this curiosity that I attained how God was calling me. Suddenly, my heart was open and I was listening. My name is Barbara Aretto, and I was the Director of Religious Education here for the last 5 years. I'm now leading the parish evangelization team on a journey to Christ's life. Our lives are constantly changing, as is our relationship with Jesus. He's always calling us to new things and challenging us to listen with a curious heart. We will begin our journey through Christ's life together with Discovering Christ. We will gather on Sundays beginning at October the 12th at 5:30 p.m. We'll share a meal together, listen to thought-provoking videos, and then sit back and watch Christ speak to us. I challenge each of you to come with a curious heart and listen as Christ will speak to you where you are in your life today. Not yesterday or 5 years ago or even tomorrow. He will guide you to a deeper understanding of who he is and how he is giving your life meaning. Only you and God can discover the meaning in your life. He is tugging at you to seek him in a new way, not yet revealed to you. Christ's life is a series of 3 segments: discovering Christ, following Christ, and sharing Christ. Now is the time for you to discover who he is in your life and the life of those around you. Invite your friends. God has placed the name of someone seeking out but doesn't know where to begin. Invite them. Do you know someone who has fallen away from the church? Invite them. They need to tap into their curiosity of who God is and how he is calling them. Invite them to come along. Just as when I attended that retreat with some curiosity, I allowed God to speak to me with an open heart and to listen. Do you want to know how the story ended? I began searching for a parish that needed a new catechetical leader, but their resources were limited. And God led me through a series of conversations, and I finally landed in Rylander. When I arrived, you welcomed me into this community with an open heart and open arms, supporting me as I began rebuilding faith formation for everyone. Now is the time for you to discover who Christ is in your life. Come with an open heart and become renewed in your faith. I promise you, he will touch you in a unique way during each session. Just as when I attended that retreat, it was a time for a new beginning. a new time to see Christ come alive in my life. I'd like to personally invite each one of you to come experience Christ in this new way and bring those who God has placed on your heart with you. Share with them the opportunity to experience new meanings in their life. Come and renew yourself. Once again, Discovering Christ will begin on Sunday, October the 12th at 5:30 p.m. Bring your open heart and see how God leads you to a new beginning. Our registration forms are in the back of the church, or you can call the office to register. Then finally, on August 16th and 17th, the Christ Life team will be present before all the masses and handing out cards and answering any questions you may have. We will also offer a specific information session on Monday, August the 18th at 5 p.m. Are you curious to hear the end of my story? The Lord led me here to minister to the people of Nativity. So with an open heart and lots of trust in God, I packed up my belongings, left my family behind, and headed to Rhinelander. It has been a very faith-filled experience as I continue to discover Christ working in my life each day. I look forward to seeing you on October the 12th for Discovering Christ, and watch as Christ embraces you and gives your life new meaning. Thank you, Father Chris, for the opportunity to launch Christ Life, beginning with Discovering Christ on October the 12th. And I thank each of you for listening to this message.